Hey everyone, this is Zach from Art of Fragrance, and today I'm going to be doing my top 5 summer fragrances. Now, I have a few honorable mentions before we get into the actual list, and just to preface this, I live in an area where it gets really hot. It got up to about 91 the other day here in the United States Midwest, so just bear in mind that's what these fragrances are going to be pretty much designed to do. So my first honorable mention is going to be Perry Ellis 360 Red. This smells a lot like Acqua di Gio, as you've probably heard online if you're in the fragrance community. As you can see, I've gone through about half of this 1.7 ounce bottle here. It's a very nice fragrance just to spray and go. You know, you don't have to think about it. You're not going to offend anyone, but it doesn't really have that great a performance, even though it is better than the Acqua di Gio, the original. It still, for me, only lasts probably 4 hours max, 3 to 4 hours, so it's not the most modern anymore either, so it's just an honorable mention. Second, I have Matrix from Dua Fragrances. Now this one is supposed to smell like Neo by Xerjoff. I've never smelled that fragrance, so I can't really comment on the similarity factor, but all I know from this one is that it's very citrusy. It is like piercing bergamot and citrus just all the way. I mean, there are other green facets to it, definitely, but pounding citrus is pretty much what I get from this one. Pretty strong stuff. This is an Extrait de Parfum, but I just don't like the smell personally as much as the ones I put on the actual list, so honorable mention. Will still get you compliments and perform, but not my favorite. Next honorable mention, this one is Amazing Green from Comme des Garçons. And this one, off the atomizer, has a very marijuana-esque smell, cannabis smell, but when you spray it on skin, you really don't get that. It smells more like, I mean, as you could probably tell, green. It's very green. It has palm leaf as a note, I believe, which is pretty interesting. It has palm leaf, just general green notes. I think there's some apple in here, some citrus. It's really nice. It just it's not really revolutionary, and it doesn't really get me as many compliments as some of the other ones that I have on the list. And also the performance sucks, but otherwise, really great scent. It smells awesome. Next, all right, actually, let me do this one first. This one is Jean Paul Gaultier's Superman. Now this one came out, I believe, in 2016, so it's a few years old, but I think it's still pretty modern. The only thing, again, the performance isn't great. It is a lovely scent though. It's very nice. It's like a sweet, minty, bubblegummy, fun fragrance. It's like a nice vacation scent, definitely. If you're going on vacation, this is one to consider. But didn't quite make the list. And my last honorable mention, I know I could have just made this like a top 10, but it's a top 5. These are my honorable mentions. Sauvage. And I know some of you are probably going to say, why are you mentioning it, or why isn't it on the list? Some other people might say, well, I always hear people talking about Sauvage. A couple of my friends even have Sauvage. It's a great scent. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a nice, fresh, kind of metallic, sharp scent. Just smells professional and expensive. It does smell nice. As you can see, I've gone through a lot of this one. It's a 2-ounce bottle, I believe. But yeah, it's just overworn, and a lot of people I know wear it, and it's not very unique, It's kind of generic. But other than that, you will see another fragrance made the cut that is also borderlining generic, but you will see why I chose it. Alright, and it's actually the number 5 on this list. So let's get into the actual list here. The number 5 fragrance is Office for Men by Jeremy, or Fragrance 1 is his brand. Now this is an Eau de Parfum, which does give it a lot of lasting power. This does last me throughout the full day. I can pick up whiffs on me after like 6 hours, so it's not weak by any means. It's not beast mode, but it's a nice, strong performance. And how it smells, to me, It smells like you mixed Sauvage with something else, like something almost pineapple-y. It doesn't smell like a Ventus at all, but I get some sort of a pineapple-y, but also the ambroxan, the whatever that compound is that is used in a lot of fragrances nowadays, that is in here, so it gives it kind of a mass appealing kind of smell. This smells like a, you know, compliment getter, more or less. That's what it smells like. It's just fresh, appealing, lasts a long time. You know, you can't really ask for more. It's just expensive as hell, so I'm not buying a full bottle. Can't. I have so many fragrances, why would I need a full bottle of it, you know? Okay, number 4 on the list is going to be L'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent. Now this probably didn't come to your mind as a summer fragrance, but I'll tell you why I like it. I like this for really hot days, like days where it's like 80s and 90s even, but when I'm inside. When I'm inside with my friends chilling out, this works really well. And with the heat from the outside after, maybe you go outside for a little while and come back in, it'll just project so nicely and leave such a nice, pleasing scent around you. It's just a lovely apple, ginger, I think there's a little bit of vanilla or something in there, nice woodsy, dry down. God, just a lovely gentleman's scent. So, number 4, L'Homme. The only thing is it doesn't last too long, but I like it for that scent because it doesn't seem like a scent that would be screaming for attention at all. It's definitely reserved. So, number 3, we have Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme from Chanel. This one is a heavy hitter. This is like a very distinct fragrance for me. It's very recognizable. I would never get this confused with another fragrance because it leaves a good impression, I would say. This is a great first impression fragrance. If you want to come off as classy, as, I'll admit it, wealthy, this does have a nice wealthy appeal to it, being that it's Chanel and all that. But how it smells, to me, I do get a little bit of an orangey vibe off the top, but mainly it's a tonka bean bomb for me. It's a tonka bean all the way through, which makes it kind of hard to wear when it's like 90 degrees out. But I would wear this if it was like 80s and 70s. I could pull this off, definitely. And this is a great work scent. I love wearing this to work. Probably my favorite work scent. I've gotten more compliments for this at work than anything else. So yeah, just a great all-around, you know, compliment getting scent. But it's more unique than all the other fresh offerings because this is more, to me, sweet than fresh. Has more of a sweet aspect to it than a freshness, but it's just blended so well and people will compliment you on that one. So, and oh, the performance on that one, I almost forgot, is great. The projection is insane. For the first like hour to 2 hours, it's gonna project like a lot, and then it dries down probably around 6 hours. It's gonna be the max longevity. Anyways, number 2 we're at now. Aqua Mar from Bulgaria. Now, I love this scent. It's so, it has such a power to it. It does, as you might have heard on the, you know, other YouTube channels, it has a really rugged, oceanic freshness. It definitely smells like the ocean, but like everything in the ocean, not just the nice waves, aquatic vibes. It's very like rough. It's like the rough waters of the wave, which I just love. And I got a crazy compliment for this one time in a store. I walked into just a little store, and after I walked in, another group walked in, and someone in the other group was like, "Who the beep smells so good in here?" And I just looked around. I was like, I'm not gonna claim that one, but I knew it was for me. So not much more needs to be said. Aqua Mar, it's a beast in the performance. Probably one of my best performing fresh fragrances, like totally fresh. This is not sweet at all. It is fresh and it's a little bit bitter. It's got a bitter orange smell to it, mixed with that aquatic smell with a little bit of incense on the dry down and I think patchouli. So it's got a nice full, manly, totally masculine, really masculine scent. If you can pull it off, Aqua Mar. And that's it. That's the end of the list. No, I'm kidding. Number 1, Dolce & Gabbana, light blue, Eau Intense. This is my number 1 for a few reasons, mostly because I just love the smell of it. It's like the original light blue, but without a lot of that pepper. There was a lot of pepper in that one, which gave it a little bit of an off-putting vibe to some people, but this one totally fixes that. It's a little less salty, it's a little more just fresh and fruity. Fruity is the word I would use for this one. It's not exactly citrusy fresh, it's more of a fruity fresh. It's like a cocktail or something. It just smells delicious, and I've gotten great compliments off of this one. It's just impossible to dislike. It performs well. It's fun, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, this is definitely more of a casual scent. I wouldn't see this really dressed up, personally. But yeah, that's it for like a normal summer day. My favorite scenario to wear this is when I'm going to the beach. If I'm going to the beach, if I'm going to go boating, or like, you know, just go down near the water, this is what I'm going to be wearing most often, because it lasts a long time and it gets a lot of compliments, and it just smells like the ocean. Smells like summer in a bottle, pretty much. So that's it. Pretty short and sweet. That's my top 5. More lists coming in the future. I have a lot of other fragrances I could cover, so just let me know if you see something and you want a review of it. I can do it for you. But other than that, have a good day, guys, and have a good summer.